everybody. And I'm very happy to see that we have so many. Oh, nog niet?
But you can still be very happy.
Good afternoon, everybody. I say it again, I'm very happy to see that almost all our graduates, Bachelor 4 and Master 2, are here live. We have a few students online, and I will also speak to them. And we have Frans here as the only teacher who can be here live. And so I'm going to talk to all of you individually and say something about my ideas about you and my remembrances from the moment you came in. But before we start that, I first want to say some practical things. If I mention your name, you come forward and you have to stay there at the white cross because of the microphone. That's a real important thing. Frans knows that when one of his students is called, you come here, you stay at my space here. And then for some of you, we have already the diploma that is here with Ruth. You can also sign it and keep it with you, bring it home, show it to your family tonight. And you can also go then to the tables there to get the Royal Conservatoire shirt. And after that, you can sit here on stage so that the last one will be alone, sitting here in the hall. And all the others will be there. But that is how we organized it. I was thinking about what I'm going to say to all of you this afternoon. And I saw all of you coming into the bachelor or right into the master in the past years. And I'm not your teacher, of course, but I observed you. I listened to you in many presentations, in drama presentations, in the lead class, in projects and everywhere. And thinking about this graduation moment, this graduation ceremony, I realized that in the past weeks we talked already a lot in the exam talks. You talked also with your teachers. You had written feedback in your final presentation. And I decided that there's nothing I could say that is new to you, but I will try. The first one I want to speak with is Yunchai. So stand there, yes, right on the, okay. Don't do anything, okay. Just listen. And don't sing. Okay. Just listen. We first met in China.
Should I look at you? Or?
Yeah, you can look at me, why not? I think it's nice, look at the people who is talking to you. This is going to be a very nice afternoon, I know that. Yeah, we first met in China. It's long ago already. I went there with Maria Agda, who was one of our singing teachers then. And we were looking for singers in China, especially for men. It was 2016, and I almost forgot about that, but then we happened to know you as Isaac instead of Yunchai. And you adopted a Western name, perhaps to become a Western singer, perhaps following the path that was expected from you, I don't know. But you started, I think, an artistic journey that went much deeper than just becoming a singer, a normal singer. A journey that led you into a deep understanding of music, into a deep understanding also of what it means being an artist. And now you're able to communicate the music, the story behind the music, the feelings behind the music. You very much opened up as a person. And you are also, we think, a courageous person, daring to show your inner self and also daring to be vulnerable on stage. And I saw that already happen in your annual Bachelor 3-4 presentation last year, and in your work in the course with the Maastricht students and Floris Visser, and also, of course, in your final bachelor exam a few weeks ago. And I think that what I felt was that I was proud on you, and also on the teachers, proud that you find here in the conservatoire what we call a safe place for impressive personal and musical development. We have the feeling that you are at ease with yourself now. You are Yunchai for us, and in a way not Isaac anymore. Isaac is, for me, long ago. And that development you made as a singer, as an artist, and as a person, I think it's also a kind of conscious choice. And I think you can be proud of that choice. I'm happy that you stay here for the next year. I saw your email, so you're not coming directly into the master. But I hope in the pre-master, that is what we ask you, but I hope that there will be a possibility for you to apply for the master after that year. Because we think there's a lot to do still, because of course, you're changing from baritone to tenor, and that is always a difficult thing. But for me, you are, as an artist, you are already a master. So I hope to see you in the master. And congratulations with your graduation, and we're looking forward to next year. And we promise you that you can do everything you want next year. Also, be part of our projects. We think you deserve it.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to speak to Rumi, but I know she watches online. But, or are you here? Ah. Yeah, but live, I mean. Here, yes. No. No, no. Rumi, are you there or are you not? Maybe to YouTube, I don't know. Josephine. Josephine. Why not? Okay, then I do you first. Interesting.
Okay.
No, Rumi, no. Josephine, I'm going to stand here to see you properly. If I think about you, I see a singer with style and elegance. A beautiful, communicative and expressive singer. And you already are a very professional performer. I know you have many performances, or yeah, this cover year is a bit problematic, of course, but you had already many performances in the professional world. And we think that your voice is really a wonderful and lovely instrument, with those very nice, clear, high bell tones. You're also an intelligent musician. You have a very clear insight into what repertoire that fits you well. With your voice, we think you do not have to constrain yourself to, stylistically speaking, to one style. And in your program, in your master program, your master final concert, you showed that you feel at ease in classical music and early music, that you can perform in concerts, but that you're also a very good stage personality. We know that you worked also on your personal development, your development as an artist. You realized that you have a tendency to sometimes stay in your comfort zone too much. That is easy. When you have a very good voice, then everything works. So, okay, then why looking behind what you're doing? But you forced more or less yourself to leave that zone. And it's interesting to see that the Corona period helped you to reflect on yourself and explore also new fields in the world of music and be more open-minded to explore also new genres. I read in some of the papers I read about you that you also worked with a jazz person, for instance. Yeah. And that's something, I was quite surprised about that, because I don't know why, but it is not something that I see you doing. But I think you have to go on that path, because to be more open-minded, to explore new genres is very important in the present world. And keep doing that. That is what we advise you. I think keep doing that will help you to find a very interesting place in that professional world. So I hope you keep us informed about what you're going to do and connect yourself also with the alumni community of the KC. And then I wish you a very, very good future and a very interesting career. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I can't ask you to sit down there in a chair, but be here and listen to all your other colleagues. Let me see. No Romy yet? No? Okay. Then I'll put this. Then I want to invite Ludovica to come here. There. Don't do anything.
No.
Don't walk on stage. You know what I'm going to say. Not this time. No, that is what I mean, exactly. So after we accepted you in our master program, it took us only a very short time to find out that we accepted a very interesting person, an extremely dedicated singer with very strong ideas and also determined to realize that's what you want. And you're not bothered by practical problems like just to mention one thing of it or something like that. You are determined to benefit, I think, from everything the conservatoire could offer you. Opera is your life. Opera for you is developing a character on stage that is a real person. Opera is showing all thinkable human feelings. Your opera is artistic imagination and flair. It's acting, it's moving, it's exciting. And your bachelor final, for your master final presentation was what we call a roller coaster of emotions. I don't know, I saw it live. So I know how it felt. And it was really very impressive. It was emotion, it was drama, and it fits your absolutely amazing voice. That's the positive thing. I don't have a negative thing. We only have one thing, happily. We have one thing, of course, we talked about you also in the committee, and we also spoke with you. That is, you have the tendency to choose the very big and demanding repertoire. Your voice can do it. Yeah, we know that. But do not forget the softer part of your voice, the lighter color, and your ability to move us when using smaller gestures when acting. Opera is not big drama only, it's also creating intimacy between you and the audience. And we know that you can combine those, let's say, both sides of yourself, the overwhelming present singer and the thoughtful artist. And trust yourself in doing that. It will help you in your career. We were very happy to have you in our master. And we are also very much looking forward to see you working in the professional world. And what I said also to Josephine, keep us informed. Because we really are interested in how you develop in the coming years. Congratulations with your master. And I hope very much that COVID will disappear because you are the person that you need to see and listen to live on stage. Thank you. Edmund, yeah, you are here. Yeah, it's the same for you.
Yeah.
Stand on the white cross. In your application letter, I looked for it, for our conservatoire, you introduced yourself as literally somebody who wants to learn. I don't know if you remember that. And also to learn everything what you could think of to develop yourself as a singer. You wrote that you were eager to participate in everything we could offer you. It's not what I think, it's what he wrote. So, classical singing, early music singing, you were ambitious in singing art songs, in doing opera, you wanted to have language classes, you were interested in what we offered, talking about Alexander technique and yoga, and you even found out in what we offered on our website, what we offered to help you with problems like anxiety and stress. So, yeah, what to say about that? Nothing. It is what it is, and you did it all. Of course, you found out that doing everything was not possible, but you did a lot, and I'm quite sure you're going to do a lot in the master also. Your journey, so to call it, during the bachelor showed that you indeed are a dedicated learner, that you think a lot about what is a good singer and how to prove that you are one. And I can tell you, you are a good singer. And you need to learn to trust that you are a good singer. That trust is important because it allows you to work on developing yourself as an artist, to trust your musicality, open up your inner worlds, let out your musical sensitivity, because it's all there, and move us. You're able to do that. And when I look back at your presentation, your bachelor presentation, especially in your Schumann and Schubert, we heard that convincing and also moving artist. We're looking forward to see you develop in the master even more. And we think that you can still grow into the good singer you're already, but the very good singer you want to be. Congratulations. Yeah, hey, no diploma yet. I know. I want to speak to Ben, and I also invite Frans then. Is Ben here? Online, Ben? I thought he was...
He's sick.
He's sick? Ah. Okay. And he's not online.
I saw it BT. I saw it BT also before. I think he's following him.
Niet online.
Nou ja, dan doen wij... We don't talk to Ben. Then, at this moment... Then we go over to Wojing, and I saw him, quite sure. Yes, there you are. Frans, you also want to say something to him. So I start, and then I disappear. Ooh, cross. It's a very interesting thing, the cross. Wojing, at the beginning of your master, you told us that the goal of becoming a professional singer in Korea is simple. You learn to sound loud and heroic. Yeah, it's not what I found out. Ah, I see Ben there. Okay, that's... but in your opinion, your voice did not fit that in Korea ideal picture. But we heard a beautiful voice with an exciting top and with a lot of possibilities outside being sound loud and heroic. And you were very open to a new vocal and artistical approach. Together with your teachers, you worked on beautiful sounds in all dynamic ranges, to be expressive in using text and share also your inner world of storytelling. And in your master presentation, you showed that you explored a wide range of repertoire, from Verdi to Schubert, Lieder, and Bach. And we love to listen to you. To Wojing, the singer and the artist. And in the meantime, of course, the past 2 years, we also got to know you as a very nice person. Yeah, with great dedication also to your family. In the past year, you worked so very hard to earn money for your study and your family. And I know that you combined long hours of working with long hours of studying. So we have a deep respect for that. We're happy that you choose to stay with us as a contract student, but we also hope that there will be a space for you, not only in the Western part of the world, in Europe, but also in Korea, and that you are able to bring that what you learned as a musician also to Korea. That will make us very happy. I see you next year, but congratulations with your master. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Frans.
Eugene, you can write and listen at the same time? Yeah, okay. I admire Eugene very much because he came here just two seasons ago. And if you compare that to most of the Asian people that come here, they have 4 years, 5 years to get adapted to our culture, to the way how we work. And this poor man, had to do it in 2 years. But he did. First he came and he said, I'm never going to be an opera singer, my voice is too small, and I don't know if I'm a baritone or a tenor. Well, it took me about a month to establish that it is really a very beautiful baritone sound, and it has a lot of possibilities. It has great high notes, but also a beautiful low quality in the voice. So I'm very happy with that. And as Monica said, he worked so hard. Last year when he had to go back to Korea, he became a motor courier, and he sent me a picture with a helmet on delivering packages. So I was so very impressed with everything that he has gone through to achieve what he has achieved now. So Eugene, I'm very happy that you stay next year and that we can keep on working for only your 3rd year here. So imagine how far it can go if you stay even a year longer. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure teaching you, really.
I'm going to organize myself. Ben, we see you. You see us? You can hear us? Yes? Let me see. I speak to you here or there. Perhaps better to speak to you there. I met you for the first time in China. It was 2016. And I remembered you as a very lively and physically present performer. An open person, and I could see that you were curious to explore the world, so to say. You were still young, and we heard that your voice needed a lot of work. But you reacted well on some instructions we gave you. And we thought, okay, interesting voice, very nice person. Let us invite him to come to us. And I think that it turned out that being in our conservatoire was not always easy for you. We were not only talking about your vocal technical development, but also about your development as a person. And you started, I think, to realize that being a nice, open guy is not enough to become also a convincing singer and artist. But you made huge progress, especially, I think, in the past year, perhaps the past 2 years, resulting in what we thought was a very good bachelor final exam, in which you showed the deeper layers in you, the communicative artist, with a voice with also a nice, sweet quality, with many colors. And your program, with Schumann, Lieder, which we never thought you were going to sing, with Haydn, but also with Menotti, Don Giovanni, and a moving Chinese song. And that showed us that you are on the right path to become a real artist. And so we know you go to Tilburg, and we are very curious to see what you're going to learn there. So keep us informed. But for the time being, congratulations, and enjoy a very nice holiday and a very nice summer. And Frans is going to speak to you too, so you have to stay here.
Hello, Ben. Is it you? Because normally when I see Ben on screen, I hear a noise as if he's on a motorcycle. So, but this time it's all silent, so yeah, it must be Ben. Ben, I'm very proud of you. You worked so hard, and when we started working, it was still, you were allowed to the next year with some hesitance, and then again. But you kept going on, and you proved that you could do it. And when we listened to your final recital, as Monica said, all the highlights are there. But you could do it. You could sing them. So when we started, we both wouldn't have thought that was possible. So I'm very happy and very proud of you. And Ben is probably the student, my student, that always ended the lesson, oh, one question. And then again, oh, one question. And he kept going with questions and questions, but that's a very good thing to ask me. Sometimes I thought, okay, this is the last question, but he kept going on. And Ben, I'm very happy that you're going to Tilburg, and that there is the possibility that we can keep working together. I'm looking forward to that, because we are not at the end yet. There's much more to come, I'm sure. All the best, and thank you.
Ruby, you're online. I know, somewhere. She is online, but
Yes.
Well, well,
You
well.
look forward, Monica.
Okay.
Monica, you can look forward. You can see it.
Yeah, I look forward. Romy, I see you in front of me and also behind me. That's new, I have to say. I having two Rumies. This, for us, it's not a problem. Then one stays, and the other one is going into the wide world. When we heard your application recording 3 years ago, it immediately was clear for us that we wanted to accept you, that we would love to have you in our department as part of our student community. The information in your application letter learned that you were already studying classical singing in Sofia, but that with us you applied for early music singing. And you wrote that you realized that it was your preferred repertoire when listening to madrigals by Monteverdi. And I think that in the operatic tradition in Bulgaria, where the roles of Turandot or Tosca are the most wanted and famous, very much what singers were aiming at, for Sofia and for your conservatoire there, it perhaps was a strange choice. But we were intrigued also by what we read in your application letter, your motivation letter, that the promise of fame was not your drive, but your drive was the joy of singing. This is literally what is in that letter. And that a fine artist is someone who understands the balance between historical authenticity and personal expression. And that was also one of the reasons that we said yes to you. And that fine artist, that is also in your letter, is someone, that is dedicated totally to the music. You are such a great singer. You always wanted to learn. You are exploring new repertoire. And you learned a lot, and you developed your already beautiful voice even further. And also important is that you are a great person. You're warm, you're loving and caring and very social. And teachers love to work with you. And I'm quite sure that students see you as a very nice person also in our department. And therefore, it's a pity that you're leaving. You're leaving us, but we understand that after 2 studies, it's time to stop being a student. It's time to explore the professional world. But I can tell you, we will miss you deeply. Congratulations. If you want to say something, that's possible.
I just want to thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a pity that you are here online only, because there can't be a discussion between you and the other students now. But thank you for being online. Sandra. It feels a bit for me like being the dentist and then ask the next patient to come here. That is not what it is, of course. It feels like that. It's a bit strange. Sandra, I think the past year has not been easy for singers. And I know that you very much missed performing, being on stage, feel the contact with your audience. And I hope, of course, that it will be possible soon. I hope that for all the singers. But that you missed being on stage tells us also something about your development. When you came as a first-year student, We loved your voice. But it was sometimes difficult to understand who you was as a person. To know, to feel what you wanted to communicate as a singer. We admired your lovely singing, but we sometimes missed communication. But that changed a lot. In your bachelor final presentation, you showed that you are not only a great singer with a lovely voice, but also a convincing stage personality. We now feel that urge to communicate that is really showing off at the moment. You showed creativity and artistry in your program, and you really engaged us, not only me, but also all the other committee members, and also the external committee member. Yeah, we are all engaged and very much moved by your performance. And so we are looking forward to see what you still can develop in your master, because we don't think this is the end of your development as a singer. And we wish you, and I wish you, lots of success in that progress. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I think Felipe is also online. Eh? Yeah. Felipe, you're online. I don't know where, but...
Yes.
But you have to switch on your camera, because now we see FC, which is nice. But yeah, right. You're still... I don't know what you're doing with your camera, but it moves all the time.
Sorry, my phone.
Okay. Now, at least we see you. I have the feeling that I really communicate with you, but we don't see your eyes, which is... Right. Okay. Yeah. It's a bit strange to start like that when we were all laughing, but I remember that when we heard your entrance recordings, for your entrance audition, you have always that moment, somebody you don't know sends in recordings and you're going to listen to it, you open it, and sometimes you immediately have that feeling of, wow, this one, this singer, this person we want to have. And that was this, when we heard your entrance recordings. We heard such a beautiful voice and such an honest singer and convincing artist already then. So much what we call spirit and passion, and so much joyful music making. And when we were getting to know, when you arrived here in the conservatoire, it turned out that you were also a good actor, that you were very convincing on stage, and that you're also a very nice, warm and social personality. But in spite of all these positive things, we know that there is a tendency in you to doubt yourself, to feel uncertain, to not accept that you're a very good singer and musician, and that people wanted to listen to you, that you can move the audience, that you always moved us, and I'm sure you also moved your fellow students. And of course, we know that there are always things to work on, but that is the situation for all singers. It's kind of lifelong learning being a singer. But we are sure that there is a career for you, not only as a concert singer, but also on the opera stage. So the only thing I can say is trust yourself more. Dare to present yourself in what you are. You're an artist. And I wish you lots of success in the professional world. There's a place for you in that world. Congratulations. Hidde, it's your turn. Frans, you also want to say something to him, I know. Hidde, before we started the exam talk, a few weeks ago, you told us, the committee, in your typical Hidde way, confident and direct, that you already knew what we're going to say to you. Yeah, you said it, and you could expect that I say something about that now. And which is, by the way, not a strange idea, looking at the numbers of years you're here. And during those years, you did so many exams, and I'm quite sure that lots of exam talks were about the same things. And I'm not going to say that. But looking back at all those years, my idea is it took time, it took years to make your voice work. But from the beginning onwards, we felt that you had a very strong inner drive to be a singer. You took every opportunity the conservatoire offered to develop your vocal technical qualities, your ensemble singing qualities, your academic qualities. And you always had a very clear idea about the next step in your development and the teachers you needed for that next step. And next to that, all these things, you were also a very present member of our department and the whole student group, appearing in exams from fellow students as a singer, sometimes even as a kind of stagehand. An interesting combination of, such an interesting combination of a very social person and somebody who always follows his own path. And we are sure that you will find a way in the professional world. You wanted to be a singer, you are one now. And you are a good singer, you are also able to bring out your inner worlds. For me personally, I was deeply impressed and moved by your Songs of Travel. And I think that you are, what I say, you are a good singer and you will find your way into the professional world because of the singer you are and because of the person you are. Congratulations. Hans.
Yeah, Hidde. I remember your fourth year's drama presentation here, and perhaps we all saw it. And it showed how you experienced the years before, how you felt in this school, and how horrible and terrible you felt sometimes, being alone, being corrected all the time. This is not right, that is not right. And I hope, and I'm sure, that the last couple of years really turned that around, because then you found the ways how to express yourself as the beautiful person that you are and also as the artist that you are. Up till then there was a sort of screen before you that you couldn't get out. But then you managed to take that away, and then we saw the inner richness in you and being able to express this to us. And as Monica says, the Songs of Travel, they're really a very good example of that. So I'm very happy that you took that for your exam. And I'm also very happy that Hidde is going to stay as a contract student so that we can go on this path that we now discovered. And I'm happy for that. And I want to thank you for the last years. It was a pleasure, really. Bravo.
Helene. Ook op het kruisje. Yeah. What am I going to say to you? There's only one thing, I think. Since your entrance exam for classical singing, I looked it up, it was the 7th of May 2014. And your final presentation for the Master Early Music Singing, just a few weeks ago, you changed from a rather shy and even a bit timid girl into an impressive singer and artist. I remember so many projects and presentations in which you impressed me with your voice, that warm lyric soprano, your deep love for music, your presence as a soloist or sometimes as a member of an ensemble, the way you communicated with your ensemble, recently with your duo partner, of course, that was really beautiful. I heard it twice and I was really impressed by it. And you always, I think, impress the audience. You impressed us with your musicianship in general and your exquisite musical taste. So I can think about lots of other things, but I don't know how you feel that. And the other thing is also, you're also a strong personality. And we saw you coping with your physical problems in the past year. And they were really bad. I think it was really not easy for you to realize what happened and looking at the future think, oh my goodness, can I be a singer? Can I be on stage? Can I be what I always wanted to be? But you're a strong person, so you overtook it, and we don't talk about it, of course, but it's something that tells us that it's a quality that you need if you want to be a singer in the professional world, because that is not easy. But we think that you are really very much ready for that professional world. And we also think that that world will enjoy working with you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. If you're thinking about the photos that will be made, you are going to receive an email where you can get them and see yourself standing here, listening. Rosalind. I always remember you coming in for your entrance audition, a girl with an angelic appearance, very much matching the general idea people seem to have about early music. And your nice, light voice also fitted into that early music picture. But as you know, I don't have to tell that, we asked more from you than pleasant singing. We felt the artist in you and tried to convince you to get that artist out. And this meant that you have to dare to find your grown-up voice, dare to go more deeply in the pieces, be personal, be more personal. Keep on challenging that feeling of, if I sing like this, I'm secure. That is the right way to do it for the early music repertoire. There, you had to learn to dare to leave that idea, to be curious to other things, to give yourself the possibility to try out ways of singing, ways of being on stage. But it took some time, but you did it. In your exam, your bachelor final exam, you showed us the grown-up Rosalind, the convincing artist, Rosalind. And we think there is still a lot more to develop in the master. But we are proud to have you in our department. And looking back, we are proud of the development you already made. Congratulations.
Thank you.
See you next year.
Yes, thank you.
Emilia. Be nice, to be on stage. Yeah, you came as an Erasmus student to us, and then you decided to stay. You liked the curriculum, you liked the opportunities our school offers you, and I also think that you perhaps like the working atmosphere in general. And we enjoyed the way you developed your beautiful voice, because it is a beautiful voice. And that is what, for instance, also our external committee members said. My goodness, what a beautiful voice. Use it. It has such a rich sound. It developed lovely spinning qualities. And we are very happy to see and also to hear in your final exam that you'll find more and more confidence in what you have to say as an artist. And you are a better communicator now than you was in the beginning. You learned a lot, I think, in the KC years. But we know there is room for even further development for you as a singer, and especially for you as an artist. And be courageous. Step out of your comfort zone. Behave yourself like a mad woman or something like that. It's that kind of things we discuss when we listen to you in a committee. And I don't know if you're able to do it, but there is something that tells us that you are. So give it a try in the near future, because there is so much music in you. Congratulations with your bachelor, and keep on thinking, keep on singing, and try to step out of yourself a bit more than you are already doing. See Jean, did I saw you? Yes. Oh, that's good. You look exactly how you looked when we first met in China. A beautiful, graceful girl. And at first sight then, long ago, you were very young then, I think 17, or, yeah, about that. But yeah, we thought, okay, very nice girl, but really young, what are we going to do? But then, during that week in China, we all immediately found out that our worries were not necessary. You knew very much what you wanted. Going to Europe and become a singer. And I think most of you don't know that, because in that week that we worked in China, you also helped us with theoretical, as a kind of assistant in the theory lessons we were to give there. And we were surprised that all those people that were there, much older than you were, they all followed what you said. They were just kind of, okay, she's a teacher, so we follow what she's doing. And that gave us that idea is, you're young, but you know what you want to do. But then I was thinking about that last week when I thought about this ceremony and thought about what I'm going to say to you. Looking back, I'm not sure that you really realized what it is to be a singer in our part of the world. It's not only having a beautiful voice. but also having to open up yourself, showing your inner world in a non-generalized, but in a very personal, concrete expression. Play and sing a character that could be very different from how you see yourself on stage, which means that it's also a process of allowing yourself to be present as a person. And you can do that because we saw that in China, and that is what we always thought back about. To develop also your individuality, find a strong you, and sing also from a sense of urgency to tell the story, the musical story and the textual story. But we also see that you made big steps. Your voice has a beautiful ringing quality, and you gained confidence as a singer and an artist. You have something to say. And we always feel, and that's also interesting, that you connect Western music and Chinese music, because you did a lot of Chinese singing with your instruments. I always forget the name, but I call it the sitar, but that's not real. It's kind of sitar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the moment you start doing that, playing the sitar and sing, something happens in you. And there is something that then moves us. And that quality, I think you'll need to further develop. Yeah, you're going to leave us. I don't know what you are going to do. Yeah, leave us more or less. You come back as a contract student also. But there is a future for you as a singer. It could be a future in Europe. It could be a future also in China as a singer, but go on developing the things you learned here. And be present as a person. Congratulations with your bachelor. Geert, are you here? Yeah, here. In front. Wow, you look good.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but it always feels as if your entrance audition is just last year. I don't know why that is. And then thinking back on your entrance audition, there's one very clear thing, that is, we liked your voice very well and the possibilities also that seemed to have. But we did not get a clear picture about you as a person then. And it's still not always easy to get to know you. But we see and feel a steady growth of you as a musician and a singer. And in your final bachelor exam, you surprised, at least me, by the way you sung the Ibert songs and the pieces you composed yourself. And that learned me a lot about you and about your musical soul. And then, of course, we think, let that soul come out even more in your singing. Dare to open up yourself. We think, because your voice, it's a voice that takes time to really develop. And you are still very young, so there is time to develop it. But yeah, we think that you'll have a future as a singer and an artist. And we are happy that you'll come back in the preparatory year for the master. And you still have then 3 years to develop. And we think that you can have a very good future as a singer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Comes.
When Geert and I started working, he was very young and he was in the preparatory year, and he was entitled to have 50 minutes of lessons. but it soon turned out that 15 minutes was much too long, so we had to split it into 2 times 25. And it was because Geert was, like now, very silent and very listening. And I thought, oh my God, he has to learn a lot. But then came the time that I always send a schedule, and I wrote, okay, if you need to swap, please do so yourself, but let me know. And apparently I wrote it all the time wrong. Until one day, apparently I wrote it right, and Geert sent me a mail, who finally taught you how to spell swap. So that was the beginning of his development as being funny and making jokes. And now look, he's a very nice, full-grown artist. So I'm very happy with that. There's no question about his voice immediately from the beginning. It's a beautiful voice, and I envy you for that. And I also envy all of you for going now into the field, singing for the first time a Messiah, singing for the first time whatever. It's such a joy, and I'm so happy that you all now get the chance to do that. I'm sure all of you will do it. I'm sure for that. So Geert, I'm very happy that you entered the pre-master and that we can make much more jokes in the future.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me see. Maud, you are on the screen somewhere online. Yeah?
Yes,
I see you
I'm here.
appearing, but very smallish. Yeah, there you are. Maud, when you started your master study, you already was a very experienced singer. You sang in many ensembles as a member of the ensemble, as a soloist, mostly medieval, Renaissance and Baroque music. And you are very interested in the historical performance practice, and you did a lot of research. And the program in your final presentation showed the variety of music and styles you were singing. It went from Hildegard von Bingen to Schubert. And you showed in that program that you're a real good singer and musician. The combination, by the way, of you as a singer and a Chalamet player, who was also a very good player, was really one of the highlights of all exams I heard. It was absolutely beautiful. You are a person with strong ideas about what repertoire fits you well. You are independent, you are a creative person, and you very much know how you can convince the audience. And what we really loved is the poems you had in between the musical pieces in your final presentation. They moved us, and they showed you as a refined artist and a very refined singer. The only thing we talked, I think, also with you is being not too refined all the time. Sometimes it's good to be more open also to the audience, because in your exam you had a tendency to have a very nice musical world with your ensemble players, and then we felt kind of, okay, nice, but are we part of that? I think that is the most important thing for you. But we are sure that you already found your way in the professional world, and you will find more different ways also in that world. And I know that you will always be studying, you will always try to find new repertoire, you will always keep to develop yourself. But we think that you were an asset to our department, and we loved to have you in. Congratulations, and I wish you a very inspiring future. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I see many people. Yeah, I see Kitty. That's the last one. It's not on purpose. No, really, it isn't. Somebody has to be the last one. Yeah, after your bachelor's singing in Hong Kong, you decided to come and study with us because you were very interested in early music. And you already was a very good singer. So, and we loved your voice. We accepted you in the 3rd bachelor year. And what attracted us also is that you seem to be a joyful, open, and expressive person. And we were right. You are a joyful, open, and expressive person. And all teachers loved working with you because your voice is beautiful, but also because you are curious, you are hardworking. And we liked very much to have you in that department. And I'm sure that, except for Edmund, of course, all the other colleagues also liked you very much. And we are happy that you stay here in the Netherlands for at least 2 years, I think. Yes. 2 more years. And we are interested to see what you're going to do and if you find your place already in the professional world. I hope very much that your future, and I'm saying wherever that will be, because I can understand that you have to make difficult choices in the coming years. Going back to Hong Kong is also not an easy decision, looking at what happens there. But I hope that that future will be bright and filled with lots of singing. Congratulations with your bachelor, and we will see each other in the coming periods. Thank you very much. Anna, yeah. Anna and Caroline. And somebody I don't know. Caroline or Anna, is there anything you want to say to the students in general, to your own students? There's a lot of talking going on, I know.
If you want to talk, you have to talk here so that
Yeah.
the live stream can hear you.
Yeah, come on, Caroline. And then you have to stand here, otherwise nobody will hear you.
Nobody will hear me. Okay, guys, my God, already in the end of your studies, or not in the end. But of course, I remember working here already for such a long time. You entering, I always seem to forget, like with Emilia, that you started as an Erasmus student. But I met many of you, not only in the coach pianist lessons, but also in the Drama 4 course with Alcina. I think Eugene, I didn't meet you, but everybody else, I think I did, which was a pleasure, because then you start to realize where you start to develop also the artistry which is inside you, which you already brought to us, but which is not always hearable or visible, for me at least, as a coach pianist, in the starting when technique did not yet develop enough to let it come out. And this is a very interesting process there, where things start to change, where sources start to develop, and then later seeing you in concerts and presentations, not so much the last years, but with the students I worked with. I admire that you all fight so hard and so honestly to let it come out, and to try to be an independent, authentic person, musician, artist, and singer, with your own fights, your own hurdles, but also the own joy you have and you find in doing this. So I hope you bring this inner power toward the future, which you will need to be on stage to become a very happy person in whatever field you will find yourself in. And I hope to be able to follow you in what you're doing and maybe to come to concerts and to see you performing with everything you are. Lots of success, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody. When I see all of you, I remember when I came to Holland at the beginning, and I remember the first 3 months, how difficult they were to leave your families, your culture, and to get used to a culture that is very assertive and demands so much initiative from all of you. So I know that this can be a very big cultural change for many of you. And I think that you have been doing amazing. And what I would like to, everything has been said, but I would like to remark one thing, and is that it's not only you that you learn so many things. We as teachers learn so much from you. All of you are different, and we are all trying not to impose a way of teaching or a way of thinking. We are all open to see how you can develop your own individualities, and this requires for us a huge process of listening very carefully to try to find out together with you what you are looking for. And so thank you very much for this learning process that you help us to do on ourselves. Thank you very much.
And I would love to say, have a party, but we all know that it's not possible. And I was also thinking about, we have 3 fellow students missing, which is Marie, André, and Agnes van Laar. And we can't say anything to them, but it's a pity that they are not here and they are not online, because we won't see them anymore. André and Marie are going somewhere else, and also Agnes, she finished her master. But I really loved it to speak to you all individually in this situation. And I hope you also enjoyed it. And many of you I will see next year, so that is just goodbye for a few months. And what I said to you all individually, I hope that you will have a wonderful career and that COVID will disappear as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Yeah, go home, have some party.